What's going on, everybody? It's Brian Trippe here in Birmingham, Alabama, ready to just make you a quick tip video on how to talk to people, how to talk to sellers. So I just got a question. Someone just asked me on our YouTube channel. By the way, you need to go subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just search REI Live and you can find it. But someone just asked me a question that says, I'm a natural introvert and I feel like I'm fighting an inner battle to make myself start cold calling. I'm really nervous. Do you have any tips? So I answered the question on our YouTube channel in a comment. I'm gonna answer the question with a video. It's gonna be a really quick video. Hopefully it's gonna be a really good tip for you guys. So believe it or not, this is actually one of the most common fears of brand new people is talking to people. And the biggest questions I get is usually, I don't know what to say. I don't know, I'm scared someone might ask me a question and I don't know the answer to it. I'm scared that they might know more than me. I'm scared that I might say something stupid or sound stupid. Those are the most common things I hear from people on why they have a fear of doing this. And so I'll just say a couple things. First, anytime you're faced with any sort of I've learned, fear typically comes from a place of a lack of knowledge. If you don't know a whole lot about something and you have to talk about it, you're gonna be scared. Like, I'll take for instance, even public speaking, like talking in front of a whole lot of people. Even if you don't do it and you are nervous to talk in front of a lot of people, if I were to ask you a question like, what's your name, or where are you from, or tell me about yourself, those are things that you know a lot about and it'll make you less nervous to talk about those things. But if I were to ask you a question about real estate investing and you don't know anything about real estate investing and you're trying to fake it, that's when you're going to feel really nervous. You're going to say something stupid. So the first way to combat this fear is to educate yourself. Get on our YouTube channel, download our podcast. There's lots of content out there from lots of different people in real estate. I highly encourage you to read books, download content. There's so much free stuff available, just like this video that's out there. So watch and listen to it and read as much as you can possibly do. That's first. Secondly, you kind of just got to do it, right? So anytime you have a fear, the number one way to get over that fear is to just face it and to just do it. And so the question is, any tips? The number one tip is to just do it, right? And you're going to fall flat on your face. You're going to get embarrassed. You're going to mess up. You're going to say things you're not supposed to say. But the only way to get better is to do it. And you will get better. Because I think about the times when I was getting started and I had to listen, had to talk to sellers for the first time and even talk to buyers for the first time. And I was really nervous. I was really nervous because I didn't know what to say. And I thought I'd say something stupid, right? It's just like everybody. But the thing when it comes to this kind of stuff is get them to talk. So that's the biggest tip I can give you is when you're talking to a seller, get them to talk. And the way you can get them to talk is by asking them open-ended questions. Ask them questions like, tell me about your house, or what can you tell me about your house? That's like the best question you can ask because it's typically going to get people to talk. And what I've learned is typically people love to talk and they love to hear themselves talk. They love to talk about themselves. They love to talk about their property. So if you can just ask them a few nudging questions, they're going to talk. And the more they talk, the more at ease you're going to get because you're going to get them to say stuff that hopefully it's going to bring up other questions and trigger other questions for you. So very rarely will I get the question, what do you want to know about it? And if they ask a question like that, well, I want to know everything. I want to know the story of the house. I want to know the beds in the bath and, how long have you owned it? All sorts of different questions like that just to get them to talk. So typically what I tell my coaching students is, I want to know, tell me about the house. Okay. I need to know the address. I need to know their contact information. I want to know an asking price. So we can always ask them, what are you asking? And a good follow-up to that question is that number negotiable? So not to don't try to talk numbers over the phone. Just try to get what their ballpark number is, and is that number negotiable? Yeah, I might have a little bit of wiggle room. Okay, well, great. And then I typically end. Well, I want to know condition as well. When you say tell me about the house, I typically ask a question like, well, what's wrong with the house? What kind of repair work does it need? Because the funny thing I've learned is when you ask the question that way, like what's wrong with it, they're actually going to be really honest with you and tell you exactly what's wrong with it. And it's another really good open-ended question to get them, to ask, get them to talk, which is going to, again, lower your nervousness. And then, at the end, I like to, and if someone asks me a question I don't know the answer to, I'm gonna try to get off the phone like this at the end. You know what? I don't know, but I'm going to find out. I'm going to do a little bit more research on the property, and I'll get back in touch with you. Does that sound fair? Does that sound good? So I'll say something like that. Or when I'm ready to get off the phone, I'll say, well, great. I appreciate it. It's been great speaking with you. I'm going to go do a little bit more research on my end, try to, look at some comps and see what I think I might be able to pay for it. And then, I'll get back in touch with you and hopefully, try to set up a time where we can come look at it. Does that sound good to you? And try to end like that. Try to end on an affirmative, on a positive. Guys, I hope this video helps you in your real estate investing career. If you like this video and you want to see other videos like this, subscribe to the channel and get plugged into our network and get plugged into our community. We love you guys. See you next time.